This is why I love doing this. You never know what you're gonna get. So today I'm going to be doing one of my favorite things to do here in Bangkok. I'm going to go for an aimless walk and explore a new neighborhood. So a little while ago, I put out a video called, it was called Don't Be a Pussy, and it was telling people to get out of their comfort zones and go explore these different parts of Bangkok and explore new parts of the city. And I received mixed feedback from that. Some people totally agree with me and they said, yes, we love doing this kind of thing. And other people sort of pushed back and said, it's not as easy as you make it sound. And doing things like this just isn't for everyone. So that's fair, I think, but I wanted to do it again basically and go into a little more detail of how to do this. You know, you don't need to be uncomfortable to do things like this. I'll show you firsthand how I do this, and I'll give you some tips along the way to make it easier if you want to do this as well. So first up, you're going to want to head to the area that you want to explore, and the last time I did this I took a ferry, so today I'm taking the train. I'm just going to jump on a subway and go a couple of stops and then get out and explore that area. So if you don't know where to go to explore, that's okay. There's no wrong answer, there's no wrong place to go or places that you should avoid. Just jump on a train or however you want to get to wherever you're going, and start close to where you're staying if you're more comfortable with that. And that leads me on to another point. If you're here and you're exploring around in Bangkok, there's no neighborhoods you need to avoid. You don't need to be worried about coming to anywhere in particular. See, I've been all over this city. I went through what was statistically Bangkok's most dangerous neighborhood. I went there in the daytime and saw nothing, and I went back there at midnight on a Friday night hoping to see some action, and I didn't see anything at all. I've been through slum-like neighborhoods, I've been through squatter areas. You know, you need to forget what's ingrained into you back in the West. You may see some little alleyway that looks sketchy or whatever, but that's not the case, and you should walk down those places and explore. I've found when I've gone to any local neighborhood, the people are more friendly there. So in those, like I said, I went to slum and squatter areas. They're some of the most friendly people I've encountered here in Thailand. And in my honest opinion, the areas where you're going to have something go wrong is more likely going to be probably around where you're staying, around Sukhumvit Road, around Khao San Road. And it's not Thai people that you need to be aware of, it's other foreigners. So today I've come to a neighborhood called Hoi Quang, and I've never been here before, and I'll tell you, I wasn't gonna say why. So this morning I was on TikTok and I was just like scrolling through, and I follow a guy that talks about Bangkok, and he said this neighborhood has the most attractive females in Bangkok living in this neighborhood. So he's full of crap, but I just can't hurt to come look, right? So I want to quickly address some of the comments and concerns from my last video, because a couple of them actually raised really good points. So one of them was, it's easy for you because you're confident and outgoing. What about someone who's a shy introvert? Now, this is a great thing, because this is something I always forget to touch on, and that's that you don't actually need to talk to anyone if you don't want to. You can walk around with your headphones in, listening to a podcast or listening to music, and just explore a new area. If you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't have to. If you do want to talk to someone, like the majority of the times I've gotten into conversations with people, they've actually initiated it. And the reason usually is they speak a bit of English and they want to just have a chat. So whether you do want to have a chat or you don't want to have a chat, that's fine. It doesn't matter if you're introvert, you can just walk around and keep to yourself basically if that's what you want to do. Going back to that last point, yes, I am confident to do these things, but at first, you know, it's not easy for me either. And it's just from experience of me doing it time and time again that builds this confidence. The next question is, what about for a female? Is it okay for a female to do this? And look, honestly, yes, I don't see why it would be an issue. You know, street crime and stuff is not something you have to worry about in these areas. And if you are a little bit shy, a little bit uncomfortable to do it at first, do it in the middle of the day, the first time you do it on a weekday because it's quieter and there's less people out and about. And just do it in stages to build up your confidence. And then the last one was, do you need to worry about people on the street, scammers, etc.? And that is not going to happen here. If you're going to get scammed in the street, it's going to be in one of the tourist areas. It's not going to be in a local neighborhood because they want to scam tourists. They'll be in the tourist areas. To be honest, you know, street scammers and things, not a real issue here in Thailand. The taxis are where you're gonna have the biggest problem. And actually, ironically, if you get a taxi from here, they're gonna put the meter on straight away. It's in the tourist areas where you're gonna get ripped off. All right, lunchtime. Come to some random little street food place, gotten some noodles, which I am making spicy. Now, if you took this place at face value for what you see looking around here, you may think this is a scary looking place or something like that. I mean, I'm under some power lines. There's this little ghetto looking park behind me here, but it's not at all like that. It's a really friendly neighborhood. The people here are lovely. I just ordered some noodles. I didn't use any Thai. I can order this in Thai, but for the sake of this, I did it all in English just to see how you go getting by, and it was fine. You can just point and okay. Anyway, enough yak yak. I want to eat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome lunch. That was 40 baht. That's reason enough to want to get out of the main tourist areas. The reason I love exploring Bangkok. This city has so much to offer. It's so different everywhere you go. You know, one minute you're amongst crazy traffic and high-rise buildings, and then you can turn down a quiet street and it almost looks like you're in a different country. So this is what I'm talking about when I said you never know what you're gonna find when you go on these walks. I mean, look where I'm in the middle of the city, in the middle of Bangkok city, and it looks like I'm out in a small village somewhere. It's beautiful here. Look at this. I'm just sitting here on this beautiful bridge as the sun's going down. There's a really lovely light through here, and it's just so nice walking along here along this random canal. I don't really know where I am, but you know, I want to say things like, yeah, I always say, just when you travel, push yourself and get out of your comfort zone. And that may seem like a cliche, or it's easier to say than do, but you know, I truly believe this. And I think anyone that's watching, if you've done this kind of thing, go on these random walks and just explore local neighborhoods, you'll agree with me. You know, you would have had amazing experiences doing this. And for the small amount of people that weren't sure with the message in my first video or didn't necessarily agree, I feel like you're missing out on a really special part of traveling and visiting a new place. And that's why I wanted to do this follow-up video. So if you do get the chance to do this, I mean, look how beautiful this place is. And I'm just randomly walking along and happen to find it. So if you do get the chance, do this when you explore. Bangkok is safe. Bangkok's probably one of the best cities to do this in, and I mean, look.